Welcome into this week's Coyote Net Report. I'm here with Coach Leanne Williamson, and the Coyotes pushed their win streak to 18 straight matches following a 2-win road trip with wins on Friday over Oral Roberts and Sunday against North Dakota. Anytime you go on the road, Coach, it's tough. It's in Tulsa on Friday. You made the necessary plays in set 3 to complete the sweep. What did you like from that match?
I liked being on the road and being able to pull out a sweep. I do think that a lot of the teams in our league have tough places to play. So being on the road, we've always talked about the teams that tend to win, obviously, are the ones that are able to win those road matches more often. It's pretty unlikely in most situations that people are going to go through the entire season without a loss, especially on the road. But Oral Roberts is a tough place to play. It's small. The ceiling is pretty low. It gets really loud in there. So I was happy with the way our team responded when Oral Roberts did some really good things. They also can do some really good things in their home gym. They serve the ball really well there, and that definitely gave us some problems at times throughout the match. But it was good to see us respond in those situations and really with our backs against the wall in the third set that we were able to get through it and make plays when we needed to.
And that, once again, that Oral Roberts match was 25-22, 25-19, and 27-25. And the Coyotes had 51 kills in that three-set match, which is one shy of their season high for 3 sets. And Madison Juergens with 43 assists was one away from her 3-set match high. And then the quick trip to Fargo, a nice charter flight to get to Grand Forks on Friday night after the match. Similar to Friday's match, a strong start against North Dakota, and yet you had to battle through adversity in set 3 and to complete the sweep. What was key in finishing out that match?
Yeah, I mean, again, playing on the road in front of a good amount of fans there. I think they had over 700 people there. And I think sets 1 and 2, I mean, we played pretty cleanly overall. Our first set, I thought, could have been a little bit better. But we were able to go on a couple runs with our servers that allowed us to extend that lead pretty significantly. And then set 2, I really thought that we took care of the ball at a really high rate. Even though maybe the kill number wasn't as high, we hit for over 400 as a team. But the thing that we did is, we kept them under. They were hitting negative in the first 2 sets, had 9 kills actually total in the first 2 sets, and I just don't think that they were playing extremely well. So what I really like about it is North Dakota came back. They played much better in the third set. I think they forced us to make more plays, which I think was a little surprising just because we didn't have to do that in the first 2 sets as much. But going into the third set, I think you saw what they could do. You saw the offensive ability that they had as a team. Ashley Brueggemann hit some really good shots, and not that it frustrated our team, but I do think that it made us have to stay composed, have to stay patient, and we did just that. And actually, once they tied it up, I think it was around 12 or somewhere between 12 and 15, we actually got a lot stronger then, and they still made some plays back, but we were able to control it, especially down the stretch. And I think we just got very determined. You saw it in some of our players' eyes of this is not going to 4. And that was really good to see that we could turn it on when we needed to. And now obviously we'd love to be able to do that from start to finish and not have that little bit of a letdown.
And once again, the final match score was 25-14, 25-10, 25-22. The Coyotes moved to 21-1 overall, 10-0 in the Summit. Sunday's match was led by Elizabeth Junkie with 15 kills, Madison Juergens with 30 assists, and Annie Rasmussen with 13 digs. As we get ready to turn the calendar towards November this week, believe it or not, already, every match magnifies, especially in the Summit. What's been key in keeping the team focused on next match ahead?
Honestly, we talk about it, but I think it's just something that's instilled in our team at this point in time. We have been harping on that since the beginning, and I think they know what to expect. When I walk in the huddle and when we talk before and after practices, it's a lot of those same things. And again, I think one of the things that makes this team special is it's not us having to come into practice and force them to get better and remind them that we're not at our peak yet. They all know it. So they come in and they are ready to work. They're ready to make changes. And even though we're not always going to have our best practices every single day, I do think that we have gotten a little bit better every week and have allowed ourselves to continue to find ways to improve ourselves. And I think that's something that is going to continue to be important come November, is we can't get complacent, and I don't think we're going to. I really do believe this team is on the same path as we are as a coaching staff, and are aware of what we need to get better at. And I mean, I will say it's kind of a coach's dream that you don't have to try to find ways to motivate them because they are so motivated themselves.
A short trip to Omaha is next up on the schedule. What's the focus going to be like in practice this week going in to get ready for the Mavericks, who took USD to 5 sets here in Sanford Cal Sports Center earlier this year?
I mean, I think a lot of it is going to be improving ourselves again, is making sure that we can do the process correctly. I think the UNO did take advantage of a couple things the first time we played that we feel like we can minimize a little bit. And, looking back, I do think that they challenged us in ways that we just hadn't been in some situations, but we responded well. So now our goal is to clean up some of those things and to really make sure that we're as consistent as possible. I mean, if, I kind of don't love that match just because of the fact that we did give up, I think it was a 23-17 lead at one point in time, or 18-10. And I don't love that we actually extended the match in that moment because we didn't take care of business right away. But those are, again, learning moments, and we've just continued to talk about that and make sure that if we play consistently, I don't think we allow some of those things to happen. When we have some of our up and downs, that's when teams can come in, like in Omaha, and they're very good. I mean, they're going to do some things against us that, some things we see in our own gym, some things we haven't seen since the last time we played them, and it's going to be a good challenge, but a lot of it is going to be continued to be focused on us.
And I know you don't like to look too far ahead in the schedule, but Denver is coming to the Sanford Coyote Sports Center on Sunday to begin the final 3-game home stretch of the season. Obviously, the Coyote fans, there's only 3 more home matches left, and that one's the first one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think you are right. I don't like looking ahead, but I will say, obviously, having that be our next home match, I think that's important. It's something that we're going to try to get out. We want a lot of people to show up and be a part of things, and there's a lot of fun things happening on Sunday as well. I believe there's a Halloween costume, event for kids, and then there's also the Military Appreciation Day, and I think that those are things that I hope people want to come and be a part of. And obviously, with the season dwindling down and not having as many matches, I know people have really enjoyed watching this team. I continue to enjoy watching and being a part of this team, and I hope some more people can come out and help cheer us on Sunday. I mean, we're definitely going to need our fans. They've been a big part of our success, and they will continue to be as we get towards the end of the season here.
And once again, the Coyotes at 21-1 overall and 10-0 in the Summer League travel to Omaha on Friday, November 1st, and play at home inside the Sanford Coyote Sports Center at noon start time on Sunday against Denver. You've been listening to this week's Coyote Net Report with Coach Leanne Williamson.